What is up, my peeps? Joshua Smith at GSD Mode Studios with another weekly video tip of leveling up. And today I'm here to talk to you about whether if you're an entrepreneur or you're an employee. So this video today is relevant for anybody, and this also can apply to sports, anything else, right? But how to become your own economy. And what I mean by this is how to become so damn valuable where you are irreplaceable. So again, I don't care if you are an entrepreneur, right? Because an entrepreneur, like we're all employees in some way, shape, or form or fashion. Yes, I'm a business owner, so I can sit there and say, oh yeah, I work for myself, I'm an entrepreneur, I don't have a boss. Look, I got bosses, right? I got clients that are my boss, right? Like so I got to make myself where I am irreplaceable to them. Now, if you're a staff member, an employee inside of an organization, right, this also applies to you, again, on how do you become so valuable, whether it's to that organization or if for some reason that opportunity disappears and goes away for whatever reason, right, you're still so valuable to the marketplace where you become your own economy. It doesn't matter, like if we're in a recession, depression, man, you are going to be in demand. So I want to break this down on how to level up to the point where you're doing this and can do this. And this, again, applies to sports. This philosophy can apply to anything. All right, but real quick, before I jump into this, make sure to check us out at gsdmode.com, which is where you can see more of these episodes just like this, or podcast interviews, weekly real estate tips, a lot of free tools, resources on there. If you are a real estate agent in this industry, real estate industry, make sure to check out growmyrealestatebusiness.com, which is a 3-hour free masterclass that I have taking place where I break down and show you everything I know, everything I've done over my 15-plus year-long career to create the level of success that I have had in my real estate business. I give you all the resources for the training, plus after the training to implement what you just learned to have success. So go check that out at www.growmyrealestatebusiness.com. All right, let me jump on in here. All right, so when it comes to this, and I'm going to reference a Jim Rohn quote here, something I learned from Jim Rohn years ago. And he stated that if you are looking for a raise at your job, never wait for a raise, right? Make yourself more valuable. Always focus on making yourself more valuable so then you can make more money. And where he's going with this is and I know I'm kind of fumbling on his words here, but it's the amount of money that you make is a direct correlation to the amount of value that you bring to the marketplace. The amount of money that you're making right now is the market telling you this is how much you are worth to us, right? Whether if you're an entrepreneur, that's your clients. Your clients are saying, hey, this is how much you're worth to us, right? Like I just hired a new web design agency, and it's more than just web design. They do a lot of PR, all this stuff, right? Now this is an outside outsourced agency, right? The amount, I've never stroked a check this big to an outside agency, right? It's close to 6 figures. But why am I willing to stroke that kind of a check to that agency? Because they bring so much damn value to the table that I'm like, okay, yeah, like I'm willing to pay that, even though it's a big number, I'm willing to pay that for an outsourced agency. Because they brought the value, right? So you gotta make yourself more valuable. And you do that by doing far more than is expected. Look, I've been in business and entrepreneur now for 15 years. And through that 15 years, I've had 13 total companies. And as of right now today, I have 5 companies, right? So I've created 13 total that I've sold, exited from successfully, right? And I own multiple other companies now today. So I've had so many employees over the years. And I have a handful of employees. So I'm going to speak to you from an entrepreneur standpoint that has employees, for those of you that are employees. But when I'm saying this, if you are an entrepreneur, think of this about your clients. Right? Like if you're a real estate agent, how are you becoming that much more valuable to your clients, right? Most real estate agents just focus on how do I get the client, not how do I become more valuable to that client once I have them, right? So you got to think deeper with this and take more action. But I've only had a handful of employees, and it's less than a handful. I can count them easily on one hand, that have grown and adapted and solved my problems like that have blown my expectations. Right? So how do you do this? Right? Well, you want to add value to yourself where you're able to solve problems that maybe even you weren't hired to solve. right? So like an example, maybe you hear your boss, if you're an employee out there, and this is something, if you are an entrepreneur, right? Like this is a message that you need to be portraying to your employees, right? Like don't be giving your employees raises just because they've been with your company for a long time. Yeah, right? If they're doing the same work that you hired them to do, and they've never increased their skill set to bring you more value, why would you pay them more money? You know, right? The employees' response to that, their counter to that might be, oh man, well, I've been loyal. I've been with you for a long time. I've been loyal. Oh, well, you know, when I hired you, you said that you were loyal. Oh, well, I get my job done and I get everything done on time. Well, look, when I hired you, you said that you get all your work done on time. Yeah, right? So it's like they're doing the same exact things that you hired them to do, right? Why would you pay them more money, right? Like if they are not bringing more value, right? So in how you give people more opportunities inside your organization, it's not like, let me give you the raise and then become more value to me, right? It's their job. And it's our job for our own clients, right, for entrepreneurs, to become of more value to them. So we offer that value, and then we'll get paid more money with that. So look for problems to solve. I mean, this is why people pay for anything. Anything that you are paying money for solves a problem in some way, shape, form, or capacity in your world. That's it. Yeah, right? Like Amazon, which now Jeff Bezos, the richest dude on the planet, Amazon solves a shit ton of problems to me. I never have to go to the mall anymore. I never have to go to really even a store other than a grocery store, which they're trying to solve that, right? But really outside of that, like they have solved the problem of time for me, time and convenience at a huge fucking level, right? Like they've done for all of us. That's why that dude is the richest mofo on the planet, because he solved a massive need and a massive problem for all of us. All of our lives are impacted and better for it. At least for most of us, right? Unless you're a competitor of Amazon and they put you out of business, I apologize for that, right? But that was your fault for not figuring out how to bring that value first, right? So find that problem to solve, right? So like maybe it's something in like if I'm an employee inside an organization, and I see that my boss or the company is trying to, I don't know, they want to get a new piece of software implemented, but they don't know how to do it, but it would help the business grow. Right? Well, on my own time, I'm going to figure out how to master that fucking software, become the best person in the organization on that piece of software, so then I can be the one that solves my boss's problem. Hey, I got this. I got you covered, man. I know it's not part of my job, not part of my role, right? But I got you covered. I know how to implement this. I got this. Let me take on the project. I'll knock this out of the park. I'll train the rest of the staff on how to do this, and like I'll own that extra role. And I'm not going to ask for a raise. Right? They're going to want to give me a raise because now I've increased more value to them. I made their life better. I'm going to make that company more profitable, right? And they're going to eventually give me a raise. And if they don't, right? Well, then now I have another added skill set on my resume that another company I could be headhunted by or go look for another opportunity. I get asked all the time because I don't know what industry that you guys are in that watching this, or maybe this is the first time that you've watched this channel on this video, but all of my businesses, other than one, which is the one that's not involved in the health, the real estate industry, is a health and fitness supplement company, right? Everything else outside of that I have is involved in the real estate business, and more specifically for real estate agents, right? I own a brokerage, operate a real estate team and a brokerage. I have a software company that I own that provides software to help real estate agents operate their business. And I have a coaching consulting company where I coach and train thousands of real estate agents from all of the United States and Canada to grow their real estate business. And I'll get asked like, dude, Josh, aren't you scared if the real estate agent role goes away, right? Just like the travel agent or whatever. Like if that role goes away, aren't you afraid of that? I'm like, hell no, right? And I don't believe that it's going to go away, right? But even if it does, I have zero fear of that. Why? Because I've added so many skill sets to my pipeline, vastly much more than just being a real estate agent, that I can go to any industry and get a great job or create another business in another space, right? Because I'm always looking to add skill sets. I've mastered how to create systems and processes, which means then, right? Like system process is my obsession. How does that correlate then to me adding more value to my clients? That allows me to become my own economy, where like I'm depression and recession proof. Like I'm going to be taking care, like even if this business goes underwater, right, due to whatever may happen with our industry. And that would suck because I'd have employees and teammates out of jobs, but I'm going to be good, right? Because I can go to any other industry and go out there and bring things of value to them. But then how does mastering these skill sets allow me to go out there and add more value to my clients, right? Well, I'm a systems and processes freak. So I create systems and processes that make a more streamlined, more customer-centric level of service to my clients in a much more streamlined fashion, right? I can get their homes listed faster. I can get their homes prepped better, get them listed faster, get it to market faster, get offers received and presented to them faster, right? Deals negotiated faster. I can do all of that so much better and faster than my competitors because I have mastered systems and processes, and I've allowed that to become one of my obsession. Maybe you're mastering video. Well, how can I do that to help my clients? Yeah, right? And also build your business. All right, well, you can showcase video and showcase their properties in a way that other agents can't see and market their home and sell their home on a higher level, right? You have buyers that are looking for properties, right? Maybe you're able to create videos of all the different subdivisions and show them give them an idea of what lifestyle would be like in that area without them ever even having to see that. And it gets them to develop a connection with you and choose you because you're giving them an experience nobody else is able to give them. Right? Getting testimonials created, which help us market your business more effectively, right? All of these things. So this is how, whether you're an employee or an entrepreneur, you add more value to the organization and to your clients. So then that you become so damn valuable that either you're going to crush it that much harder in your industry or your line of work, or if that ever goes away, all those skill sets you can then take to the marketplace into another field, and then bam, you are on that much higher of value, right? Or that much higher of a demand. So you guys, this is the mindset that you have to approach when it comes to business and it comes to life. And if you don't have this mindset, that's cool. That's okay. Right? But you're probably just going to be the mediocre worker making the same income for the rest of your life. And that's okay. That's the path that most people take. And like every business needs those types of people too. Yeah, right? And then also if you're an entrepreneur, don't be so hard on all your people, right? Because you can't have everybody leading your organization. Yeah, right? There's only a select few people that are going to rise up that are going to help you run this whole thing. And then you're going to have employees and people in your organization that aren't, that are just doing the day-to-day, that aren't bringing the value, but they do their job still well, right? And that's okay. That's necessary and that's needed. The last thing that I want to say here before I forget is you guys got to understand that whether you have a business or you have a job, this is the same approach and same philosophy. And I always say, and I've stole this from somebody else, I just can't remember who, so I can't give credit to them, but this is something I'm regurgitating from somebody else, is that you do your job during your office hours, right? So if I'm a real estate agent, let's just say I'm in the office and with clients from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., right? Or you're working 9 to 5 for your employer. That is when you execute on your job. You develop these skill sets and you work on advancing your career and all these things I just talked to you about after hours on your own time. Mastery happens when eyeballs aren't on you, right? So you got to put in that work after hours. While your competitors, and right, and in business, yeah, the other business are competition. In your workforce, all those other employees are competition too, right? So let your competitors binge watch Netflix, go out there party, go out there fucking do all this dumb shit that they're gonna go out there and do, while you get shit done, master your craft, bring more value, right? And guys, with like things like Udemy.com, so I don't know if you guys know much about Udemy. I'm not going to go do a session on break this down on Udemy, but there's not much you can't learn on courses like Udemy anymore. Right? I mean, for $10, you can go out there and take a course to figure all this shit out. And even for free with YouTube, online, there's really not a problem that you can't solve for free or for very little money. But you have to have the right mindset and you have to be willing to put in the work. Right? And that's where most people have, there's not a shortage of knowledge out there. Most people have the knowledge, but they're fucking lazy and they're fucking uncommitted. So you get committed, right? You put in the work, and then you get the knowledge, you're going to go out there and crush it no matter what you do. So anyway, guys, I hope that you found this helpful. Make sure, again, to check us out at gsdmo.com so you can see more episodes just like this one, as well as a bunch of other shit I have on there. Make sure to check out growmyrealestatebusiness.com, which is my free 3-hour in-depth masterclass showing you all the top lessons that I've learned over my 15-plus year long now real estate career that's allowed me to become one of the top real estate agents and team leaders on the planet, and soon to be broker owners. Just launched the brokerage. So I'm going to explode that and become one of the top there as well. But I package all that up, show you everything on there, give you everything that you need for the training, and give you everything that you need to have success with implementing what you just learned after the training, all 100% free, to give back to an industry that's changed my life. So check that out at growmyrealestatebusiness.com, www.growmyrealestatebusiness.com. Thanks so very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace. Keep kicking ass.